Vivian Glyck is on the line with us. She's the president and CEO of the Just Like My Child Foundation. And Vivian, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me, Tom.
Thanks for joining us. What is the Just Like My Child Foundation?
Well, Just Like My Child Foundation has been working in Uganda, East Africa since 2006 and really focused on a holistic solution to alleviating poverty. And we've gone through 9 years of working on saving mothers in childbirth and HIV interventions and building schools. We built 27 school structures and many other initiatives. But what we're really focused on now is the adolescent girl, age 10 to 15 years old, who is more likely to drop out of school, die in childbirth, be pushed into forced child marriage, and it really ends up hurting all of us down the road when little girls are having babies, and then we're just perpetuating the cycle of poverty and plummeting more aid into finding a way out rather than stopping the issue before it starts. So our Girl Power Project System in a Box is focused on keeping girls in school, avoiding early pregnancy and disease, and our results to date have been tremendous. We put nearly 2,000 girls through the program and are committed to reaching 10,000 more girls over the next 3 years.
That is great. I've done relief work in Uganda myself.
My goodness, that's great.
I was there in 79 and 80 during the war with Idi Amin, and afterwards we took over the Namalo prison farm, and well, it's a whole long story. Anyway, but this is not about me, it's about you. Is the Just Like My Child Foundation funded by the Clinton Global Initiative?
Well, we actually have been asked to become members of the Clinton Global Initiative, and so what we were able to do today was to announce our commitment from stage. We had a video that featured our work so people could really get an idea of it. So Clinton Global Initiative has invited us to share our commitment with all of these amazing partners who are here this week.
So you built the Just Like My Child Foundation, what, independently?
Yes, actually, the Clinton Foundation did fund a program of ours several years back, and now through the work with CGI, we've been able to connect with some new and potentially funding partners. But yeah, Just Like My Child is its own entity.
That's great. What's the Girl Power Project? How does it work? What specifically do you do when you go into a country like Uganda? What happens?
Well, the Girl Power Project is a system. We've created a replicable system, which we're hoping can be used around the world. And what we do is we work with 10 to 15-year-old girls, usually through the village primary schools, which, as you can imagine and you've had experience with, are very under-resourced. And girls are highly vulnerable. Even if you do get them into school, they are very vulnerable if there isn't some protection. So what we do is it's a curriculum. It's basically 60 hours of training that teaches girls about their bodies, about their reproductive system, about puberty, what to expect. And you can't even imagine how many girls really have no idea how babies are made, and yet they end up pregnant. And so that's the first line of what we do is teach them about themselves. We teach them to value themselves for the first time ever, to really understand that they have a value as individuals and that they have the right to bodily integrity and that no one should touch them without their consent. We teach them to stay in safe places and to really avoid the potential of being raped, and because it's just so prevalent. And we explain to them and have them learn what it is to be a leader. And moreover, what I really want to say is it's not us teaching them. We teach girls how to teach girls. So it's really a mentorship-based training program where you can imagine a 15-year-old girl is teaching a 10-year-old girl, and it's so much more powerful than coming out of an adult's mouth because they really see that the path has been walked for them. And so this is really how this program is going to reach 10,000 girls over the next 3 years, the Girl Power Project, because girls are going to be empowered to teach other girls, and then that develops leadership skills in and of itself. And, it's just such a detriment to the economy of Uganda and ultimately the planet when girls are disempowered. And we really want to show up before terrible things happen to them. And this is the space, 10 to 15-year-old girls who are so precious and have so much potential, and yet the planet doesn't really get to benefit from such a large percentage of it because they're really disempowered, subordinated, and abused.
Well, let's call it what it is. It's patriarchy and misogyny. I mean, it's just.
I love it. That is what it is. Thank you, Thom.
and it needs to be challenged. It needs to be called out. It needs to be stopped. I mean, it's time for. Anyway, I salute you. You know what you're doing. I don't think it's a press release. The paragraph or so I have here describing you and your organization says that you're also doing micro enterprise.
Yes, we've had a. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, or is that a plan in the future?
Oh no, we've actually had a wonderful partnership. We have nearly 5,000 parents who are on HIV treatment, and they really needed a source to come back to life from the financial devastation of the disease once they started to feel better. And so we created a program together with Heifer International, Just Like My Child and Heifer, to put people in the dairy goat business, because people are farmers and they were like, help us be farmers. Don't give us money. Don't put us into some industry we don't know anything about. And so we have about 3,000 people who've been positively affected by this micro-enterprise program, where we give people dairy goats. The goats have babies pretty frequently. They have to pay back the loan of the goat to another needy family, and then they go from there. They're getting dairy milk daily, which they can consume and sell, and then they're able to sell the offspring from the animals. And it's an extraordinary program where we've seen people just 5 times over build their businesses in a very short period of time and really get dignity. I mean, so much of what's missing in our world is this sense of dignity and feeling as though who we are matters. And when you give somebody the opportunity to create their own enterprise, you return their dignity. And especially when they've lost it, it's a beautiful. That's
a marvelous thing. And your website is justlikeMyChild.org.
www.justlikeMyChild.org.
JustlikeMyChild.org. Okay, great. Vivian Glyck, the president and CEO of Just Like My Child Foundation. Vivian, thanks so much.
Thank you, Thom.
Great talking with you.